So I'm down the field. Today's job is I want to clean all the beds up. They're getting weedy, but I really just want to tidy things up a little bit. I am really happy with today's work. It's good to see the bed all empty, and it's good to see everything trimmed back a little bit. Really want to bring the trimmer down and give the edges of the boxes a little trim as well, just to tidy it up. It's too wet to cut the grass, it would just cause mud. So after last week saying that I couldn't find any caterpillars or slugs in the Swede Bay, I thought, right, just get right up the back, get right to the bottom, have a good dig around. And yeah, there was loads of stuff that I've missed. My own fault. There's another slug there on that one. Let's take him off. They might be small, but they can do a mighty damage. If you look at all the other leaves that I've stripped out, some really big leaves, they're infested with whatever that is, green fly, white fly, moth bugs, I've got no idea. But they're covered in them. Just took them all out. I found a couple of baby caterpillars. You can see that's caterpillar mess there. There's a tiny, tiny wee one there. So they're only going to get bigger. They will be easier to spot as they get bigger. But yeah, I really had to hunt for them. So I've taken off the biggest leaves with the most amount of damage, and there's now a lot more air and light around the bases. And hopefully they'll do a little bit better. Because there's no point the plant supporting... look at that, cheeky wee monkey. Come here. There's no point the plant supporting a leaf that's been chewed to bits. It's of no benefit to it. So I've got them all stripped out. It's looking a lot better. Isn't it strange how one can just be tiny and yet the rest are huge? Crazy. And hopefully we're getting lovely big Swedes out the end of it. They're coming on good. But I want big Swedes. I want big, huge, big ones. And some will be for the horses as well, for repayment for all their healthy compost that they give us. If you're into horror movies like I am, and I say it's a proper Silent Hill day, you'll know exactly what I mean. Oh, it is cold today. It is really cold. It's the first kind of burr morning I've felt in a long time. And we had hailstones this morning. So I promised myself that I would have all these winter jobs done before any frost came. And I've done absolutely nothing. I need to finish the greenhouse. There's drafts blowing in. I need to get my polytunnel cover back on here. I need to put frost stuff on the rhubarb down there. I don't know if they need frost protection, but I'm putting it on anyway because they still are very young. Promised myself I would have all this done for the first frost coming, and I've done none of it, and it's to be -1 tonight. Oh, -1! So I'm going to get these off, get the cover back on here, fix the tops with the duct tape like I promised myself, and just try and catch up with all the jobs that I'd wanted to do over a few weeks in one afternoon. Right, as usual, there's always somebody that's half the size of other people. So I'm going to try, instead of just a open bottle, we're going to put them in a closed bottle. See how he gets on with that. Right, that's a little bit better and a little bit tidier. So my polycloche is in a bit of a state. I should really take it to the workshop and do some repairs, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to put it in situ and see how it's looking and just do any repairs from where it is. I'll probably regret that, but let's give it a go. Yeah, it's in a right manky state. I haven't looked after it at all. There we go. There you go, it'll do for tonight. Job 1 done. Last minute Larry here needs to stop the icy blast coming in these windows, so I'm just going to stick some duct tape over the worst of the gaps just for just now. It's not the prettiest. I'll keep the worst of the cold wind from blowing in on the seedlings. I just need to work my way around the whole greenhouse. Eventually, when I can afford it, we'll put expanding foam in the gaps and then trim it off with a nice piece of wood and it'll look lovely. But this is just for just now, just get it sealed up. Stop any cold air coming in. So I've got this fleece. I got it in Lidl. I shouldn't have opened it up, it's everywhere now. It's not for Halloween. I got this fleece, I got it in Lidl earlier in the year, April, because I thought it was something that I needed and so far I haven't used hardly any of it. But I thought if you bought a fleece you could use it for a couple of years. This stuff's been useless. It lasted about 3 months and it disintegrated pretty much. It seems okay when it's dry. It seems quite I don't know, tension's good on it. But out in the UV light and the wind and the rain, it absolutely disintegrated. You can't pull it tight or it just tears. So a bit disappointed with that, to be honest. It wasn't, I think it was $8.99. I've got no idea of fleece prices. I was in Lidl, I thought it would be a bargain, maybe it's not. It definitely wasn't a bargain because the other half of it was 2 packs I bought, the other half is just disintegrated into nothing. But this is all I have and it's what I'm going to use. I'm going to take it down, I'm going to put it over the rhubarb. I don't know if it needs it or not, but it is quite a young plant and I want to protect it and I want to see it next year. So I'm going to cover it up and hopefully that'll be it all winter. Unless it tears, of course, which it probably will. The big guy's nearly turned orange. He must be ready. Is he ready? I don't know. When do you know he's ready? I was just waiting until he was completely orange. We sound so. Is that an indication if they're ready? I don't know. I'll need to Google it. I don't know what I'm doing. Deary dear. Anyway, they're looking fabulous. First pumpkin I've ever grown. And it just looks amazing. So happy. So next week I will be harvesting the sweet corn. It is still very small kernels. So yep, the actual sweet corn itself is still very small at the moment. It's bigger than it was, but it is still very small. But I can't really afford, it's another big one as well, but I can't really afford to leave it on any longer because the plant is definitely dying back and some of the base stalks are looking pretty nasty. And the last thing I want to do is compromise any good sweet corn that might actually be there. But you know what, at the end of the day, I've never grown sweet corn before. I didn't think I'd be able to, and look what happened. 10 foot tall. And it was just so exciting from starting to finish, watching the wee seedling germinate and then get bigger and bigger and bigger and put them in the container and get them through a couple of really bad stormy days. So I'm pleased to bits. I'm absolutely delighted with it, I really am. I just need to work on my knowledge, I think. I need to work on my knowledge of how to get them to an actual proper sweet corn cob. But if I take the ears off and there's only half of it any good, well, that's better than nothing. Just chop off the bit that's inedible and just eat the other half, hopefully eat the other half. Yeah, he's done good and I'm pleased. Next year, same container, maybe 4 sweet corn. I think there's 5 or 6 in there. Maybe just 4 or even 3 sweet corn and feed the bejesus out of it to try and make it produce better corn. So that's what it's going to do for next week's video. We're going to harvest that sweet corn. I'm also going to harvest the sweet potato that are outside the greenhouse. I haven't been out here for a few days because of the weather. And yeah, he's looking really bad, isn't he? He's looking really poorly. He's getting eaten and he's dying back. So we're going to tip that out through the week. And that'll be in next week's video, the potato reveal on the sweet potato. Not expecting much. I'm expecting to find the 2 original potatoes and a bunch of soil. That's it. I can't be disappointed. I'll catch you all next week, hopefully. Take care. Bye.